What is communication for me? Communication for me is the act of transferring or exchanging of information from one or more person to another, either verbally or non-verbally. I am 19 years old. Third question, is it hard to communicate with others knowing that you have a different age bracket? For me, yes, it is complicated because we have to consider a lot of things, especially since iba't iba tayo ng vocabulary and linguistic skills. Common barriers that I encounter is siguro yung paghina ng pandinig ng mga elderly people, and second is yung difference sa cognitive levels, specifically sa mga bata. So how do I deal with this? First, when it comes to elderly people, I try to speak slowly and loud, and if kailangan, I repeat myself just to make sure na malinaw and naintindihan nila yung sinabi ko. Tapos when it comes to kids naman, I try not to use profound words or yung mga malalalim na salita because baka hindi po pala sila aware sa word na yon, and magkakaroon lang kami ng misunderstanding. So my biggest advice to others in terms of the importance of communication is to be more considerate kasi tulad nga ng sabi kanina, meron tayong mga barriers na nakaka-apekto kung paano tayo makipag-communicate. So we just have to take time to learn how to understand them better. And second is to never stop enhancing your communication skills kasi sobrang essential niya in our everyday lives as well as sa magiging work natin. Yun lang.
I'm February Catherine Hechanova, 18 years old, first year accounting student from Cavite State University main campus.
What is the meaning of communication for you?
For me, communication is the means of connecting with other people through sharing information or opinions with them.
What is your age?
I'm 18 years old.
It is hard to communicate with others knowing that you have different age bracket.
Yes, it is hard to communicate with others, especially with elders.
What are the common barriers that you encounter when having conversation?
As a millennial, we use words that are too complicated or unique that is difficult to understand by.
What are the common barriers that you encounter when having a conversation?
As a millennial, we use words that are too complicated or unique, and elders can't understand it. On the other hand, elders use deep Filipino words that are not commonly used nowadays.
How do you deal with these communication barriers?
I deal with it by being more patient and explaining myself better to communicate effectively.
What would you like to tell other people who misunderstand you because of your age bracket?
Misunderstanding happens sometimes because of difference in age, but it does not mean that we can communicate effectively. We can make it happen by being more open-minded with each other.
What will your biggest advice to others in terms of the importance of communication?
It is important to have effective communication with other people because it will result in great relationship with others. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Daniela Ruiz, 20 years old, currently studying at City University of Pasay, major in marketing management. So, what is your question?
First, what is the meaning of a communication for you?
Communication is to understand the people by communicating with them, and to study and learn how to read to be able to communicate with others.
Question, what is your age?
My age is 20 years old and currently studying.
Next, is it hard to communicate with others knowing that you have different age bracket?
No, because we need to understand where they are coming from. From me, I'm still 20, so, and the other don't understand where I'm coming from, or and my perception in life. So we need to understand each other to communicate and to learn other people.
What are the common barriers that you encounter while having a conversation?
The common barriers is the beliefs, and others we have a different beliefs. And for example is if we talk to foreigners, we have a different or common barriers, like we don't understand them, or we or they don't understand us because of the barriers, because of the different language.
How do you deal with these communication barriers?
So I deal with it. First, the communication barriers is culture. We have a culture and religion, age, social, status. So we need to understand their culture, age. So we need to understand to know their culture and language. So we have a bit better communication.
What would you like to tell other people who misunderstand you because of your age bracket?
So I would tell them that this is me, and even if I'm young and don't understand a lot of things, I am also have a lot of experience that I would share with them, and the lessons in life that I would share and be knowledgeable.
What would be your biggest advice to others in terms of the importance of communication?
So my biggest advice is to study and learn how to understand other people in terms of their language, age, the barriers that we have. We need to study and learn how we could communicate and how we could understand